Welcome to our daily Forex market analysis, and this is for trading on December the 11th, 2020. Just a quick disclaimer here before we get started. This is for educational purposes only. Trading is a risky business, so please be careful with your money. As usual, we'll start off by taking a look at our calendar here. So in terms of what we have coming up here on tomorrow here, first of all, okay, so we have Bank of England, Governor Bailey speaking here. We do have Bank of England financial stability report here as well. So right now, we have seen US, sorry, my apologies. We have seen that pound is not doing so well because of the concern around Brexit. So there's still there's no agreement yet, and that is really making things bad for Brexit, because if there's a no-deal Brexit, it will cause a lot of concern. So keeping that in mind, with Bank of England, Governor Bailey speaking here, it will be interesting to note what his thoughts are, or what the comments are in regards to what happens if there is no agreement. So if they're concerned about the state of the economy, that would be negative for British pound. And then also, of course, we have the Euro Summit. So if there is an agreement, or if there are any positive comments in regards to the Brexit deal, that will be positive for British pound. So expect volatility in especially in British pound, and euro will of course react accordingly with that as well. So if there are comments in regards to a deal being reached, we could see pound go back up again, and that means the euro pound will drop. So just keep that in mind. And also we have consumer sentiment numbers here for the US, as well as the PPI numbers. But the big thing here would be for Brexit and also the Euro Summit. All right, so let's go on to the charts here. We'll start off with euro dollar. We see the price wasn't able to go through the support level here. It's still trading within this range. Today we have a bullish engulfing candle close, so this looks quite bullish here. So bullish bias for euro, and first target here is 1.2185 back into the support resistance level, and then we're likely to see price go through the support resistance level into the next level at 1.2250. So bullish bias here for euro dollar. And also one of the things to keep in mind here, we did hear news that the vaccine was approved in the US. So that's a positive thing. And as a result of that, we have seen the markets take a positive view of that as well. And hence, US dollar not doing that well, stock market doing better. So the safe havens are not, that's not good for safe havens, but it is good for the risk currencies and the risky assets. So so right now looking bullish, 1.2185 and 1.2250 are the next targets. Pound dollar here did not do as well, and this was to be expected because of the Brexit concerns. So here we may get a further move to the downside, but the US dollar is also weak today. So we would have to watch this, because we could see volatility in the pound because of Brexit negotiations. So we'll keep that in mind. Right now, looking bearish, I will look for a price move towards 1.3220. Aussie dollar here, this one broke through this resistance, still looking quite bullish here. Next target is 0.7620, so bullish bias for Aussie dollar. New Zealand dollar as well, we see that price wasn't really able to break through the support level, so this has been trading in a range, and now price is right into this resistance, a very big bullish candle close. So with the vaccine being approved and the distribution has already started, that is a positive news for the markets, and hence a lot of positive sentiment in the markets because of that. So bullish bias for New Zealand dollar as well. Next target is 0.7150. Dollar CAD here, this one looking bearish. So again, a big bearish engulfing candle close here. Price has been able to break through this resistance to the, through the support. And now I will look for a retest of the support turning into resistance. So 1.2765, and then looking for a further move to the downside, 1.2625. So bearish bias here for dollar CAD. All right, looking at our commodities, silver here, this is looking quite neutral. It's still sitting in this range, hasn't been able to break out, not much of a move here. And if we see a fail again, looking for a move back into the range. So bias here is neutral for silver. Gold here, same thing, hasn't really done a whole lot. Today's move was negligent, basically. And at this point, we may get a move back into the range. And as long as it holds here, we are basically looking for a move back up. Neutral bias for gold as well. Oil here broke through the resistance here, and with the positive news in regards to the vaccine being approved across the board, basically. So we have the US has approved it, UK, Europe, we are seeing the basically vaccine is getting traction. Canada has approved it. So many countries have approved the vaccine already, which is a positive sign. And this is where the markets are doing well. And oil, of course, with the economies, with the good news of economies being or getting open or likely to be opened quickly with the vaccine in place. That's a positive news for the demand for oil, and that's why we are seeing the oil go up. So target here is 48.70, so bullish bias for oil here. Copper looking quite bullish here still, and it went right through 3.50. Next target is 3.60, so bullish bias here for copper. Bitcoin here slowly trying to make its way down. It's still stuck in this overall range. So neutral to bearish bias, basically looking for it to come back down towards the bottom of the range. So neutral to bearish bias here for Bitcoin. S&P 500, this one hasn't really done much. It's still sitting in this range here. We do see a rejection off of the support. So right now, bias is neutral. This one is sideways at the moment. So expecting for this one to stay sideways. Once it drops through the support, then we'll look for a bearish move. For now, this is neutral. Nasdaq here, this one did drop, but it pulled back. And right now, if it holds below this 12,400, then we're likely to see a move lower. But once it crosses through that resistance, it can go. Once it crosses through 12,400, because this is an important support resistance level here all the way from back in August here. So if once it goes through, then it will target the high. For now, though, this is neutral. If it holds below, then we'll look for a continuation to the downside. Otherwise, we're looking for further move higher. So we have to wait and see, and hence the neutral bias here. Dow Jones here, this one is also sideways, stuck in a range here. Price did come into the support, bounced off, and now we may see a move back into the high towards 30,350. So it's still range bound and bias is neutral here. DAX here did drop, but completely neutral once again, still stuck in this range. So bias is neutral for DAX as well. I will look for a move potentially towards 13,150 here. FTSE here, FTSE holding its own, still holding above. Actually, this is not correct. So I'm not getting my feed here. So we'll skip the FTSE here. This is not looking right. Nikkei here, Nikkei still trading in a range. It hasn't been able to break through the resistance yet. So at this point, I'm looking for a move back down towards the bottom of the range. So bias here is neutral if this one is still range bound. So that's it for today. You guys have a wonderful weekend, and I'll be back again for the weekly analysis on Sunday. Bye for now.